5 years ago, when Anita Annet Among rose to the speakership, one man celebrated as though he had personally won the lottery of life. That man was Chris Obore, now the famous architect of the legendary phrase, "We are in things." And indeed, at that time, they truly were in things. Last year, when the ruling party declared Among unopposed for the Bukedia woman MP seat, Obore once again danced, rolled on the ground, shouted with excitement and celebrated like a man who had finally crossed from the village trading center into State House itself. The jubilation was so intense that social media users joked that he nearly dislocated his happiness. But politics has a cruel habit of changing seasons very quickly. Today, the music has faded, the dance floor is empty, and the once loud "We Are in Things" anthem now sounds more like a distant funeral hymn. To understand how Obore arrived at this moment, one has to rewind the political tape. Before becoming Parliament's communication boss, Obore worked as a journalist at Daily Monitor. He was later recruited into Parliament by former Speaker Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga as Director of Communications. But as the term drew to an end, the relationship reportedly collapsed dramatically. Obore was pushed out, his office locked, and he effectively disappeared into work exile in Bukedea.
And put in a ballot box. It will be secret.
During the period out of office, Obore disappeared from the public limelight. Then came the 2021 election season. As luck would have it, the politicians he campaigned for all won. Then came the speakership battle. Kadaga lost to the late Jacob Lokori Olanya, while Anita Among became deputy speaker before later ascending to speaker herself. For Obore, it was political revenge served hot. The man once pushed out of parliament had returned triumphantly through the same gates. And so, the famous "We Are in Things" video was born. Soon, Obore reclaimed his powerful office as Director of Communications and appeared firmly seated at the center of Parliament's power circles. But as the old saying goes, every political elevator eventually comes back down. So how do things fall apart? With the ongoing corruption and unexplained wealth investigations surrounding former Speaker Anita Annet Among, Obore's name has increasingly surfaced among individuals allegedly linked to the financial dealings of the 11th Parliament. Sources familiar with the inner workings of Parliament allege that Obore was not merely a director communications, but a trusted financial gatekeeper within Among's powerful network. He is alleged to have overseen enormous sums of money linked to various projects in Bukedia, including construction works tied to Among's schools, health facilities, and sports infrastructure. It is further claimed that Obore wielded unusual influence inside Parliament, with whispers that his operational budget rivaled or even exceeded those of entire parliamentary committees. In some corners of Parliament, it was allegedly understood that access to certain activities and facilitations flowed through his office.
I mean, if somebody can have up to 4 billion shillings sent to their account in 2 days, because what's the budget of committees? It is way less than that, yeah? So no wonder, yes, he had some preferential treatment, and that's why he was fighting personal battles. So his docket budget was through the roof. Again, at some point we were asking, but this communications docket, what is this money for? Maybe it's part of what was being given to this. The time Anita gave a contract to her personal radio station worth 3.1 billion shillings, Mama Bukedia FM, apparently to do adverts of Parliament. I asked, I said, were procurement regulations followed? did other radios and media houses bid, so that we get to see which is the most qualified, which has the widest coverage and that kind of thing. So he was really an enabler of Anita Among's dealings. No wonder his docket budget was big. No one would ask questions and so on.
In simple terms, for a communications director, Obore appeared to communicate with money quite fluently. Now, however, the once visible and energetic figure, Chris Obore, has gone unusually quiet. Efforts to reach him hit dead ends, with phones switched off and his whereabouts unclear.
The telephone number you have called is not available at the moment. Please try again later.